How do you set up your company LinkedIn page? So that way you can start getting the visibility that you want and ultimately look like a real company. My name is Harrison Barron from growth-generators.com. We help businesses, specifically MSPs, grow. That's what we do, from sales training to marketing to business operations and management. If you want to, go check in the links down below. You can find a ton of information from masterclasses to swipe files to resources and all of that good stuff. And if you'd like to reach out to us, growth-generators.com. Dash is also a hyphen. I say dash sounds more beautiful. All right. So let's go through the actual process of starting your company's LinkedIn page. That way you can build it. You want to be seen. You want the visibility and you want to look like a real company. And there's a lot of things that most people miss. So let's jump into LinkedIn here. And I'm going to show you exactly what I am talking about. Now, if you've already made your LinkedIn, fantastic. You are significantly further ahead of most people. But in here, you want to go through and you'll see for business. Now, home is going to be everything for home. That's just kind of your personal homepage, just like your Facebook news feed. But in here, for business, you're going to go through and create a company page. Now, in this case, it's going to be a company, not an educational institute, not a showcase page. There are plenty of videos for that. You're going to click company and you're going to fill out all of this information to the best of your ability. That's really it. It's going to mandate you, and as you go through and you hit create page, it'll tell you what is required and what is not required. And the more information you add here, it'll actually show up as a page preview of what you're actually creating. This shouldn't take more than the better part of 5 or 10 minutes. And just keep in mind, 300 pixels by 300 pixels. A square. That's what they're looking for specifically. If it's a little bit bigger, it hasn't ever yelled at me, but LinkedIn's LinkedIn and they might change things. Now, if you've already made your company LinkedIn page, I'm going to show you how to get there. You can go to home, my pages, and you'll see your LinkedIn page. Now, your page is separate from your personal. Think of it as two different entities. Your business page, and I'm going to stop sharing here for a second, but your business page is kind of the umbrella and you exist underneath that. You are your own entity outside of that, but in the company world or the company page, you exist underneath that umbrella. So if you go through here, you'll be able to actually see your page. Now, when you're just starting out, you're going to see kind of a thermometer bar almost, and it has little sections to tell you what to actually go through, but that is boring and not the most exciting. So I'm going to give you guys some tips, tricks, and how to actually go about this so you can get the best data possible. Before you do anything on here, you want to go through and hit edit page and settings. You want to make sure that you go through as much of this as possible. Now I'm going to open these up in kind of separate little tabs so you can actually see them. We'll give them a second to load here. But you want to make sure you go through all of these. As silly as it might sound, there's tons of information in here. You want to manage your admins, manage restricted members, manage your following. This is down in settings, chat box or inbox settings, job postings, and if you need to deactivate your page, that's going to be located in settings. Next is going to be your actual page information. Now, some of this is going to be the exact same as what you just put in when you created the page, and that's fine. This is where you can go a bit deeper. You want to go through and talk a little bit about your business. Mine probably needs to be updated a little bit, and you could just take this, go into ChatGPT, hey, Chat, I would like to work on this. And Chat will tell you, you can say, Chat, ask me 10 or 15 questions about my business, respond with those 10 or 15 answers and say, hey, it has to be within 2,000 characters. And it'll spit that out for you. That's the beautiful part about this. You want to go through and fill out this as to the best of your ability. The more you fill this out, the more visibility LinkedIn is going to give you. That's why you have to do this. It's nothing more than that. They want a updated and accurate database, and you want exposure. That's the trade-off there. And you're going to go through page information. They're always going to be trying to get you to go premium. You do not need to go premium unless you plan on using it to make additional revenue. When I say that, I mean using it for prospecting, using it to target specific businesses. That's when you need to do it. If you're watching this video and you're just setting it up, more than likely you don't need it on day one. The button that you want to have, visit website, the featured area, it'll show you the featured area, about, overview, interested talents, if there's anything in there. This is obviously for recruiters. Workplace, right? Workplace module. You're going to go through and grab as much information and update as much information in this entire section as possible. It's not very exciting. It's not very adrenaline pumping, but that's how it goes. Now, after you do all of that, there's a couple things that you're going to want to do. You're going to want to start making a couple posts. You want to hit it back to back to back. You don't want to leave time in between, and you want to post directly on the platform. Now, I do need to take a dose of my own medicine. I don't post directly on LinkedIn because my videos are almost exclusively longer than 10 minutes. So it is nearly impossible. You have to have a less than 10-minute long video to post it on LinkedIn. So if you do, great. If you don't, you're going to need to share it out from some other area. It'll tell you there'll be ads in your own feed, right? Post a free job, and they want you to start using it. And you want to post these rather quickly, at least 3. Doesn't have to be all in the same day. It can be all in the same day, but you want to show some kind of activity. People only scroll down 3 or 4 times. When it starts to load here, that's typically it. And this is 4 posts, right? Before it starts asking or loading more posts. Now, once again, this is all my own YouTube stuff, and you could go through, they're going to want to sell you stuff. After you do all of this, you can go up here. You're going to have a little, like pencil, I guess. You want to upload a cover image, 1128 by 191 pixels. It is a very thin horizontal image. That's what they're looking for. It's going to ask you to adjust it or anything like that, and then you'll have your company logo that you already added in the edit page or when you created it. Now, after all of this is done, there's only a couple things left that you're going to want to do. Every single month, LinkedIn allows you to invite 250 people. If you haven't already, start connecting with your target customer on LinkedIn. Update your personal LinkedIn. Go through that process. It's very, very similar to this. You'll go through that, and I'll actually show you that in a future video. But after you do that, you want to go through and you actually want to invite as many connections as possible, specifically in your target market, right? So in here, it's going to say location, current company, schools. It's going to give you a little more in here. Search by name, right? You have your school and then your industry. You can search, in this case, I would search IT services and IT consulting, technology and information internet, right? And maybe technology, information media, but I'm just going to go with these 2. Now, if they're already invited, there won't be a little square here to invite them to select it, right? But Jack Lyons, right? He has a little square. You can go through and you'll see I've already invited a ton of people. Not everybody uses this platform every day. Not everybody uses this platform every single month, but it'll refresh every single month. And anytime somebody accepts the invite to follow, you actually get another invite credit because it shows LinkedIn, hey, there's a lot of people that really want to, see this content. In this case, I've invited a ton of people already, but every once in a while you could see a little square that you can invite more and more people to like your business page. Otherwise, you can go through here, any additional information, schools, if you want to target friends in that school or other people like that, you can go through and you could start to see now we're starting to get some squares to invite those people. All you simply do is click the check mark, you can send the invite, and then it'll say, create a post, right? They want you to make more posts. They want you to be active on the platform. After that, it'll actually tell you, right? Sending each invitation requires 1 credit, right? Returned each month. It tells you everything that I just told you. But the other cool part is as you select it, it'll say credit refill, June 1st. So every single month, it'll just reset to those 250. Now, you can't add 250 people to your personal LinkedIn every single month. Sometimes you can, depending on who's connecting. Usually you're limited to just over 100 people. They haven't publicly said the number. People have kind of figured that one out. But after that, you want to make regular posts. And then, and only then, you want to look at your analytics. Now, your analytics are going to change over time the more you post regularly on the platform, but you'll actually be able to see the content that you're posting, right? The engagement, the views, all of that, the impressions that you're going to get on here, the visitors who's visiting your profile. Now, they want you, right? This page, pages that post at least once a week see 5 times more followers. Of course they do, right? They want you to get as much information on there. They want you to pay for credits everywhere. You'll see that as well. But it's going to try to give you the best information possible. And by the way, if you've made it this far in the video, I would appreciate you hitting the like button, subscribe button, notification bell, but also do me one bigger favor. If you want, connect with me on LinkedIn. Just send a little message when you do. Hey, found you on YouTube. I appreciate the heck out of that. It makes my day. I promise you. It is the best feeling in the world for me. The second thing is go check out my LinkedIn page and go like that too. I'd appreciate the heck out of that. But as you go through this, it'll show you where people are following, how they're following, all the followers that you have. You can actually go through and see your current followers, any leads, and then you can actually add your competitors here. So it'll show you how you stack up against competitors. Now, this is just people that it thinks that I want to compete against. I just filled that out. I don't know who most of these people are. That's okay. No, I'm not worried about it. But that's where you could go through and it'll show you the leads. Hey, if you added a lead gen form to your page, right, you can actually go through, add a lead gen form and have that. I want somebody to visit my website, but hey, you might want to post a lot of content on here and have a lead gen thing on there. And if you missed anything, that little thermometer that I was talking about will show it right there. And then last but not least is just activity. This is just going to show who's engaging with your stuff. Bill Payne, love the heck out of you for engaging, but that's just the activity feed that you can go and see. Now, the real magic is taking the posts and either posting it on your LinkedIn or on your business LinkedIn and sharing it through your LinkedIn and having an original source. If you want to, it's much easier to post on your business page and sharing it personally, but you can share personally and usually share it directly to a LinkedIn page. Either way, they want you to create content. The more content you make, the more visibility you're going to get. Now, a true gem, I'm going to leave you with a true gem on this one because what kind of person would I be if I didn't? New connections or new followers on your company page and your personal page will see your future content the next time they go on, unless they have tons and tons of new connections. So what that means is if you've added somebody on LinkedIn or you've invited somebody and they followed your company page, more than likely, as long as you post on a fairly regular basis, the next time they log in, I'll actually show you what it looks like, but the next time they log in, if they go to home and they see this, it will actually show them that content first. It might not be right off the bat, but it might be a couple swipes or a couple scrolls down. You'll actually see that content. A lot of pink today in here. That's one of the key things as you go through this process. You'll be able to see, right? So I just connected with Phil pretty recently. That's why you saw him twice and probably a couple other times recently on videos. But you can go through and you'll have more and more and more content in there. So just keep that in mind. Try to keep it always business related. Personal stuff can go on your own Facebook or your own Twitter or X account. Keep it business related, build out a company page. And then as you do that, you can actually build out your profile to show the company and the logo. And employees, when they get hired, they'll actually be able to say, I work for this company. That's the coolest part about it. People can follow the company and you can then use that down the road for marketing. So hope this video helps. Hope you got some good value out of this one. It's a fairly simple setup. Usually takes you probably about an hour or two to go through it and get it dialed in. Other than that, love the heck out of you guys. Like, subscribe, notify, all the links down below. And I'll see you guys on the next one. And by the way, if you're listening on the podcast, whatever platform it is, if you want to give it a review, I would really, really appreciate it. Preferably a positive one. Other than that, love you guys. I'll see you guys later. Bye.